Orden. Frig. Tunor. Lingua. Our ancestors. Hail, kindred of the Northern Dawn, and anybody else who takes time to watch our video. Wassail. Excuse me, I will have to lower the camera for this. Good evening. Sauna's sinking into the sky. Back to work tomorrow, so I needed to take time today to go through this video. There's a few things that I'm going to mention. This is going in Hearthfire on the playlists on YouTube. It's not about a block. Okay, so it's a catch up. It's where we're at as an organisation, as a kindred, and as individual hearths that make up that kindred, and basically what's happening over the next few months and where we're heading and where we need everybody to be who's coming along that journey with us. So I will try to make it reasonably quick. However, I'm not just going to blab through it. And at the same time, I'm going to enjoy this absolutely beautiful wassail ale from English Heritage. Very hoppy ruby ale, 6%. Oof. A few of them would go down well at us blots, wouldn't they? Anyway, hail and welcome. I am Wermund Grimraven. I am the Keeper of Keys for the Northern Dawn Kindreds. That's inclusive of all us kindreds. We are slightly restructured and going through a restructure, but all that will become clear when it goes onto the website. But Luke Barefoot Wanderer is now the guardian hand at this hearth at Gladzymes Gate, and he's also the senior not guardian hand, sorry, guardian of this hearth. As I'm stepping away from actual guardian, I am the Keeper of Keys. He's also the senior guardian for the northern kindreds, and then we've got our great friend Hengist down in the south, who is the guardian at the Wild Stallion kindred, and he is the senior guardian for the southern kindreds. Okay, so they're the three new main titles that to make people aware of. I have made notes because I don't want to miss anything out, and I'll block through them as much as I could. Okay, so what's happening at the moment? If you look up Hengist Kane under that name on YouTube, subscribe to his channel. All the Wild Stanley and all his old blots are on there as well, which are fantastic. But obviously, from coming along and opening Wild Stallion up with ourselves, he's been putting blots on there. They held a blot yesterday, and that's gone up there today. So check it out. It's a fantastic blot. Okay, that one's already up there. Gladzymes Gate ourselves, our new Rite of the Ancestral Hero will be held in Wakefield on Saturday the 16th of October, and where a few of us are going to be able to manage to gather, and we're hoping that Hengist may be able to hold the rite on the same day. We're looking at the possibilities there at the moment. Okay, it's not trying to replace like the Remembrance Day, or because I will always hold Remembrance Day sacred and honour as fallen. This is honouring our ancestors right back to not even just the beginning of England as we know it now, but right back even to our ancestors who came over here, or who existed before they came over here. Okay, so it's about everybody that's ever given blood, sweat and tears and life to make us proud English folk that we're allowed to be. And I say that with absolute pride. We should be allowed to be called English and Saxon if we want to, without fear of retribution or people calling us racist. It's nothing to do with that. It's to do with being proud of our own heritage, our own culture, and Anglican. Enough said on that. Okay. At the moment, our website is not live. It's been taken down because it's getting absolutely revamped. The old forum will go when things relaunch. It's going to be slightly different. Members of As Kindred will be able to sign up to a private forum, and there'll be something separate for the general public who want to be in touch with us. It's simple as that. We need to separate what we're doing within it as a membership, and a website makes that technically more difficult than the hidden Facebook group what we know we've got and people can't find. Okay. Arise next year. At the moment, we've got 19 people attending. Obviously, we're not going to give the location out on YouTube because no one's welcome if they've not been invited. It's just as simple as that. But 19 of us for a full weekend in a wild campsite that we've just totally booked out for ourselves, holding as rites and doing various other things that we've got planned. It's going to be a great time, a great bonding experience, and at another time beyond that, we've got news developing of another event we might be running down London that Engest may be hosting. However, it's not for me to go further with that at the moment because it's an idea in its early stages of development, and when Engest got something solid, then we'll inform you more about it. Okay. Social media, it's an headache. All as Ragnarok Ground Zero now, as outdoor wing, survival wing as we knew it, has just gone. We're cutting the general public back out of what we do. Simple as that. The training for Ragnarok project will soon be launched to Kindred members only. However, you won't all be on it because it will be a very defined criteria of what you must be doing and getting up to and proving you're doing to be able to be part of that training for Ragnarok project. And it's simple as that. We make absolutely no excuses. This has always been a kindred of people who get off their arse and do things. Okay, and if people don't want to, that's fine, but they won't be involved fully in the kindred. If they don't want to, that's fine. They'll be involved on a lesser level. However, that's a personal choice. After the Arise meet, Facebook will go. We've had enough of Facebook. It's absolutely dire, right? The censorship, the bullshit that surrounds Facebook is dire. We've got rid of Instagram, which is part of Facebook. Facebook is going. It's just as simple as that. And Arise is the target. We'll get. We need to be connected at the moment, but it's going. We hate it. It's gone. Okay. We will be keeping YouTube, but at some point in time I will be editing the videos down and putting some onto private. I'll never get rid of them, because we might bring one back as a feature at some point in time for a few weeks or whatever, because it's a history. But moving forward, as we grow as a kindred, we're learning more of what we're about, and the newer stuff needs to take priority over some of the older stuff. Excuse me. Oh, God, that is beautiful. That's a proper good craft ale, is that? So, the website will launch probably before August, but we'll have to see. I want to make sure when it launches this time, it's ready to go. It's not just out there so people can find us. It's ready to go as a project. And once we're up and running, then I am going to unbrand it because it is a Wix site at the moment, but it costs quite a lot to unbrand it. So I need to have it right before I do that. Okay. And post, we're going back to writing letters, folk. It's simple as that. We're developing stationery, and those that really want to connect with Kindred will understand the power of the written word and how important it is to never lose that skill. And we're going away from these basic traditions that have been around now for God, how long have people been writing to each other as a way of communication? Right, we're sick of social media. We're sick of being dictated to. We want to go back to basics a little bit here. So there are going to be letters. There's going to be newsletters. There's going to be communication between hearths, communication between members, etc. Right, so these are as plans, as real plans that we're looking at a moment. So moving forward, Hearth Guardians, obviously I'm going to start and Guardian Hands. I need regular updates of your progression, your plans and your development for your hearths. Okay, all the tools are now there. I've given, like, as guardians, there's so much tools and things there to help get hearths up and running, right? So I know what stage of development you're all at, and there's one kindred that's about to raise. That needs to raise, okay, pretty quick, because it's the time. Another kindred that we know is bubbling away and waiting on a relocation, so obviously we can't do much with that one yet, but I know where we are at the minute. But I need to know your plans, I need to know your thoughts, what you really want, and I need to see some action, you know, because at the moment the only people putting in the effort are the Gladzymes Gate and the Wild Stallion Kindreds, and there's no excuse. We've got one man, Sean, and I take my hat off to him because he works a hell of a lot more hours than I do, travels all the way from Leicester to come here for Blotts in Wakefield. So we've got John Thorison, who sometimes comes all the way from Iceland to block with us. So I'm sick of excuses. There is no excuse, folks, right? If you really are following the path of the gods, then actually stand up and be counted. It's time to stand up and be counted on a personal level, not just a kindred level, on a personal level. Okay, that's my thoughts, and I don't apologise for it. Okay, progression in our kindred is earned, because we don't make any charges on people here. We're not about profit and finance, right? So it's got to be earned, okay? And the Training for Ragnarok project is going to develop as a new way to like progress in the kindred. But it's just like, okay, my lad's well in his 30s, grown up, flown the nest, but I've been a dad, and I can remember when I was a first dad, right, and my missus were working, and I were working between 14 and 15 hours a day in a bloody plastic company, right, pretty much 7 days a week to make end meet on £3.50 an hour, as we used to get back then, right? So I've been there, done it, and still managed to follow my path and do things. And life, I'm doing it now. Personally, I'm back on 12-hour shifts. I switch between day and nights. I'm coming off a 12-hour shift on a night time, picking up Luke, and we're going to a gym, you know, before even going home to try and get to bed. And I'm still doing at least one, sometimes two, devotionals to my gods a day. So it's like, sorry, there is no excuses. Stand up and counted, right? There is no excuse not to be holding blot on a personal level with your gods, right? And if you're not doing that, I think you ought to be questioning yourself. Yeah, and we're not just playing Vikings here, okay? Right. I know it's a brick in face, but unfortunately I'm just at that stage at the moment. Yeah, only those doing the work will progress in this kindred, and any further from where you are now, right? If we're not seeing it, right, you ain't getting it. And it's like new people that come in and join us on observer levels and stuff like that. It's time to check a leg, or the door closes. It's just as simple as that. Because those that are getting serious, right, want to invigorate you. We want to inspire you. We want you to be part of what we are. But you can only be part of what we are by doing what we do, and that is the bottom line. Okay, I think that's quite fair, and being quite honest, quite blunt where where we're at and what we talk about behind all your backs. That's why the consortium of GAR, the higher consortium, consists of 3 of us that are putting in the work to try and give you something, to give you a kindred, to give you hearths, to give you these meets, to bring people together, so we could all sit round a campfire on night as equal men and women, right? Have a good drink and a good night, just like the ancestors used to do. We've paid us homage to as gods. It's time to have a feast, yeah? We do that. If you don't want to, I really have to think that you're not right serious. Simple as that. That's just how my head works. Okay. So only those that are doing out are going to progress. The next chance for anybody to become a fledged member and take the pledge, if you like, with this kindred won't be till arise, because there's no one else is ready. Those that are now fledged members, I know you're putting in the effort. You come into blocks when you can. We do understand that people have got lives and can't always make that. We get that. Those that are already sworn members are already doing enough, yeah. But you know, start thinking about more your personal blocks again, you know, because yeah, just coming to our blocks is no good. You need to get in touch on a personal level. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Okay, for the postage list, anybody who's in the kindred, you've already got contact with me through Messenger. So name, address, personal email, and a phone number, which I would only ever send a text to. I would never ring you unless it was pre-arranged. Okay, I'm not just going to invade on people's lives. I will never turn up at your address without permission, right? Anybody who provides the address will get the address of Gladzymes Kindred. Okay, you will not be welcome to turn up here unless it was pre-arranged. Goes both ways, yeah. I don't care if I love you to bits, turn up at my door and I don't know you, you're not getting in. Okay, we don't invade people's lives and we don't be invaded. Okay, it's organised chaos, but it's organised. Okay, so get your addresses to me. Even those who have got your addresses, I mean, some of you I'm in contact regular with, so it's not as important, but send me your details. Name, address, personal email, phone number, landline or mobile, right? Because that's going to be the requirements when you sign up on the new website. And as I say, you'll get in kind, right? That's the only way we can start conversing. Once we are linked, anybody will be welcome to send a letter to the earth at any point in time. We are developing some stationery also for Hengist. So anybody wanting specifically to write to the Wild Stallion Kindred, before long, that's also going to be available. So we are really trying to evolve, yeah. We're not running around calling ourselves afeared. We're not running around calling ourselves Vikings and talking shite, right? What we are doing is trying to develop spiritually, as human beings, as the people we are and wish to become. Okay, one thing I do promise you, all the anger and upset that we feel in life, and I still get days like that, I do, but I tell you what, I can come in here, I can talk to my gods, and I can make it all go away. I can make it all go away, and I can rise above it. And that's why blocking is so important. I've blattered on at you enough. I've bombarded you with quite a bit there to take in. Right? You might not want to watch it all at once, it's up to you. But yeah, especially Kindred members, do watch it. Take note of what I'm saying, because anybody who knows me well will know that I am absolutely ruthless in pursuit of the goals of this Kindred and our hearths. Totally. Right, so don't think kindness is weakness. It's not. This earth will remain strong no matter what we have to do to make it so. So be part of it. Be in the moment. Be with us. Hal Warden. Hail Kindred. Have a good evening.